Hey. We live.
We live?
You're live.
We're live. I live. You
Do it live.
Everybody live. Whatever. You don't know. The Zombie Noodle. Fucking up my views.
Shut up.
With his fucking face
Swaying the numbers.
in his favor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, and 1, I guess. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube lands. Noodle here, and today we're back again, back with another podcast. What is this? Podcast 15? 15. Jesus Christ.
Holy cats.
Wow.
So today
We only got 3
me and
left
the
if we
crew-
continue our previous trend of doing 6 per season.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We better slow it down then. Joining me here today in the wonderful and very eloquent Gompachi. This is a restaurant that you guys may notice from the Kill Bill Volume 1. That's right. I flew everybody out to Tokyo, Japan.
Hey.
I am very poor now. So joining me here in this wonderful restaurant and sitting right where, the bride came in and made her stride is none other than Danny motherfucking Cooper.
You know,
How are you,
you think they would have cleaned up this place with all the bodies and blood and stuff, but I kind of like it. It adds to the aesthetics.
I think when people want to come to this restaurant, they expect it. So it's sort of like an attraction. I just kind of wish they would freshen up the body parts a bit.
Right.
Also joining us here in this gore-ridden filth hole is the anti-Copper Cooper, C-Squared. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, geez, Noodle. I don't know. It's kind of gross in here. There's like body parts and.
Calm down, C-Squared. Calm
out,
down,
man.
Oh shit!
This place isn't as gross as what you think it is.
I'm freaking out. This body parts. That's not a shoe.
Look, both of you,
that's a foot
need
in
to
it.
calm down. I brought you out here so you can do your podcast in Japan. I wouldn't go to China because I don't like China. All right? So let's get on with the podcast. Calm down, the both of you.
Also joining us here in the podcast for the second time, no longer a guest star, now I guess a regular, is VicVictory, the luchador.
Hey, the winner, too, from the last bitch.
How you doing, Vic?
I am doing fine. All the body parts is just a normal day in this third world country that I live in.
Oh my
Awesome,
God.
awesome.
Man.
So those of you who are new to the podcast, shame on you.
Right?
You should go back and watch all the other ones, but in case you're lazy, we'll go over the lineup real quick. For those of you who are not new to the podcast, we're going to keep the same lineup. First thing we're going to do is a little bucket of doom. And that's going to be great. The second thing we're going to do is go ahead and cover some video game news. And finally, our favorite sequence is spoiler alert, where we go ahead and talk about a film. And the last film, the one for the homework assignment this week, was 1964, Zatoichi's Flashing Cane Sword. You can go ahead and find that on the YouTubes. It is not on Netflix. It's on the YouTubes.
Hey, you can provide the link below this time.
Sure, yes. Also,
Maybe.
a link below for however long it lasts on YouTube, because they have a tendency to take these things off.
As a matter of fact, pause it. Go watch it.
Yeah, in fact, you might want to do that before the link expires. Go watch it right now.
Did you watch it? Was it good? Did you like it? Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, you know they did.
It was a great
you know
movie.
They did.
All right, it was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Get out of here, Donald. Go in the back, eat
Except
some
one kind of
fucking
Donald
wasabi
here.
straight up.
That sounds like a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it. Not because you told me to, but because I want to.
All right,
Oh,
good.
God. All right, so we're ready for a little bucket of doom.
Bucket of doom. Bucket of doom. I'm going to be real drunk soon.
All right. All right,
Didn't
so.
think I was going that route this time, did you?
No.
Oh, no.
Hit me with a curveball.
So here we go.
Bucket of doom. Drop some mess of them.
man.
But for those of you at home who don't know Bucket of Doom, the way it's played is I have a handful of hundreds and thousands of useless items from around the world, and I will give each
One of
of
them is my
my little
ex-wife.
misfits here Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm gonna give one of these items to one of the misfits here, and then I will give a scenario, and that scenario could be terrifying or horrible or just another day in the life of Strike, and then we'll have to utilize that item in order to get out of that terrible situation. So, we ready to get started?
I mean, yeah, let's do this.
Danny.
Yeah.
Back.
Danny, your item.
Yes.
Is a breast pump.
A what? Wait.
I have one of those in this house somewhere. Oh, you gonna milk me, Fokker?
Corey.
Yeah.
Your useless item is a pigtail butt plug.
Hey.
Hey.
And Vic. Your useless item is an empty whiskey barrel.
Holy shit, you're really drunk, Vic.
Man.
Can you say it one more time because it like cut out?
Yes, you have an empty whiskey barrel.
Empty whiskey barrel.
It's not that bad.
All right, so, gentlemen, I need to know how using your breast pump, a pigtail butt plug, and an empty whiskey barrel, you're going to survive this terrible situation. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
The burner is stuck in the on position in your hot air balloon, and you're heading for space. So I need to know, Danny, how your breast pump is going to help you from floating out into space.
I mean, that's easy. Obviously, I'm just going to take the breast pump, and since it sucks, I'm just going to success the excess air out from the balloon and suck it out to counter the burner, because it's not on high, it's not on too high, it's on just enough to where the pump's going to counter it, and I'm just going to keep and maintain course.
Okay. Corey.
Yeah.
You have a pigtail butt plug. I don't want to know why you have a pigtail butt plug, nor do I want to know why you're
ask questions.
You don't ask that hot air balloon. But your burner's stuck in the on position. So how are you going to use that to help you in your
That's all
situation?
good, my dude. I'm just going to butt plug the air intake valve.
That's...
Oh.
First off, he's going to take it out.
Downward.
Okay. Vic, you have a whole whiskey barrel with you.
All right, before we go, can you please explain what the situation is? Because it cut out and I didn't want to say anything.
You are the worst. The worst.
I already thought of something with the whiskey barrel. It's okay. I just want to know.
There is a hot air balloon and you are in it.
It's okay.
And the burner is stuck in the on position. And you're heading for space.
This is real. This is too easy. Have you ever played Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong?
Yes.
No.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna hop in the barrel and wait for it to spin around till the arrow is pointing down and shoot out.
That's good. That's fucking good.
It's gonna be a rough lead.
That's fucking good.
I mean, I got out of space.
I don't even want to argue against that. That's fucking. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. Fuck.
Kind of tauntauned it.
I'm right. Just tauntauned.
Gentlemen, I've taken a nap to consider my options.
Okay.
First of all, I don't think that's how a breast pump works, Danny.
Yeah, it is. My wife used it. I synced it.
Nor do I think that it will have the ability to suck out that much hot air.
Yeah, it would.
Out of a hot air balloon. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
And Corey, your pigtail butt plug. There is no I guess you could say there's an air intake valve, but there's no air really going into the engine. It's more just like it burns fuel.
It would catch the poop on fire and blow.
Yeah, it would totes catch the butt plug on fire. So I don't think that might be an effective means of turning it off. And while I feel like when you land, Vic, that you will just be a shit stain on the fucking surface of the earth. It's no different than what you are now. So I guess you're the winner.
I mean, I was gonna say there's another barrel waiting for me. It's probably gonna shoot me up.
Right. Shoot you back into the fucking hot air balloon. You're back where you started.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
You ready, gentlemen?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Whew.
All right. So, Vic,
All right.
you have a pair of porn star stiletto shoes.
Oh, I already know. I already know where this is going.
I likes it.
Corey,
Yeah.
you have a clown's modeling balloons.
Modeling balloons?
Yeah, like the animal balloons.
Never heard them called modeling balloons.
This is a British game. Don't worry about that. Danny,
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Danny, you have leather office swivel chair.
Ooh.
A leather office swivel chair. So, gentlemen, I need to know.
wish I had one. Fuck.
I need to know how porn star stilettos, clowns modeling balloons, or a leather office swivel chair is going to help you out of this situation.
Grass.
Did someone?
Grass.
You
grass,
find-
grass, grass.
Gentlemen, you find a paper lampshade in your attic that you don't remember buying. So you gently kick it, and 10,000 deadly wasps fly out.
No!
So, Vic, how, using your porn star stiletto shoes, are you going to escape that terrible situation?
He's
All
running
right.
away. Attack.
All right. So, damn, you didn't give me time to think about this one, huh?
You got to try them first. You have plenty of time.
All right. So basically, I'm just gonna run out there with my shoes. That's it.
Like all daintily with it, just run away.
Yeah. No. The worst part is the attic is made out of wood, so you know how those little knot holes stay in there. The end of the stiletto got caught, and I just fucked myself.
Just roll.
Man, you're not helping your argument out at all, man. Just keep digging that grave. Keep digging that grave. Corey,
Yeah.
I need to know how using your inflatable balloons, like for animals, that you're gonna escape this deadly swarm.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I am the world's greatest model balloon maker guy.
Is that the official title?
and then
You got your business card?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm just not gonna give you one because you're being a dick about it. So, but in a flash, I'm gonna make a decoy of myself and get the hell out of there. And I hope the popping gives those little bastards a heart attack, a little
Wait, how many
horrible heart
balloons?
attack.
How many balloons do you have?
All I need is one. I'm that good.
Good.
You know, I wanted to add something. I don't know why, but if I had the balloon, I'd try to stretch it long enough to cover me and just walk out of there. Also.
Tauntaun.
I don't think Tauntauny's gonna
Stop
say
taunting everything. That's
That's gonna pop.
That's my shtick.
It's gonna pop pretty quick.
All right, Danny.
Aha, get
You
me
think
now.
you can do any better than cloning yourself or daintily tiptoeing out of the attic using only your leather office swivel chair?
It's gonna roll out of there.
Well, since I'm in my attic right now, I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, man, that'd be really shitty. But Vic's not wrong, man. I'm gonna roll on out of there, and I'm gonna take the leather swivel chair. Leather. My words are slurring. I'm getting drunk. I'm gonna take that chair and I'm gonna run through the window using that to break the window and get out, and then do like a parkour tumble roll once I land outside.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Done.
Just one shitty answer after the other. I swear to God.
Yeah.
One shitty item after another.
And went all down to the barrel.
Yeah, that's not too much top of the barrel. All right, so I've considered the options.
Not good, friend.
It's not good. Doesn't look good. Vic, you were a superstar the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You're not so much of a superstar now.
That's what I call that's
I mean,
what I call beginner's luck.
Donald,
I could
go
have used
away.
logic. I could have used logic and said that wasps are attracted to heat and say I'm cold and just walked out anyways, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're not helping your argument at all.
No.
Of the two, while I do like Danny throwing himself in his leather chair out of a window
The chair first.
to escape these wasps, I feel like I gotta see it, man. I gotta see you create a clone of yourself. So, Corey, you go ahead and get the point.
Woo!
If I
Nice.
was him, would have made a replica of the queen and then control the wasps and then take over the world. That's what I would have done if I had.
Tell me a single wasp that listens. I'll wait.
To the queen? Who
Have
you
you
want to
have
meet
you
a
seen
badder
the-
bitch in your fucking life? Meet a queen wasp.
There's no such thing as a queen wasp.
Shut the
Have you
fuck
seen the
up.
I'm just throwing that one out there.
Have you seen the Bee movie?
They're just assholes. That's it.
You know what? Now I'm pretty sad because I actually thought of something good to do with those damn shoes.
Are we ready for another one, gentlemen?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
One more.
I'm already on.
All right.
second round, so.
Corey, you have a glass full
Aye.
of
Damn it.
trash can juice.
Flint water.
Oh god.
Danny,
No.
you have a small tub of penny candies. You know, like
Penny.
mints and like
oh,
sweet
you mean like the
treats.
shit you see on grandma's coffee table?
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Vic, you have Justin Bieber's brain. The brain
Oh,
of
really?
Justin Bieber. So I guess you don't have an
Really
Adam this time.
small. It's about as small as my hands, believe me.
So, gentlemen, I need to know how using a glass of trash can juice, a tub of sweet penny sweets, and a Justin Bieber's brain, that you plan to get out of this terrible situation. You are a Christian in the Colosseum of Rome, and the lions have just been released.
Oh boy.
So, Corey, I really need to know how you're going to use your glass of trash can juice to get out of that situation.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna throw it in their eyes.
I knew. Oh, I called it. Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know why you didn't do what you did last round or last podcast and just cover yourself in it.
That's fucking gross.
Trying to get out of there
You
alive.
would have repulsed the lions. The lions have been like,
Oh, now they're permanently blind.
You ever heard a lion try to roar and puke at the same time?
Oh my lord. I gotta go pee.
Super gross.
Oh god.
Don't go anywhere, Vic.
I'm not. I'll just pee myself.
Danny,
Yes.
how are you going to use your tub of sweet penny sweets?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of Swedes, and the lions are really only pissed off because they've been mistreated so poorly. And besides, I'm Daniel, and this is Daniel and the lions come to fruition. So all I gotta do is treat them nice, give them some candies, and they'll be happy. And then I will take control of them, and then sick them on all the other fucking cunts who tried to destroy me.
Oh, nice. So you went with the Bible. Nice.
Thank you.
All right, Vic, you think you can do any better with Justin Bieber's brain?
I mean, it is meat.
It's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You know, it depends though. They are probably used to flesh, so I would carry the brain with me even though they're chasing me, until I get to the closest exit. Then toss it somewhere and hope they go that way, and then run.
He said hope. He said hope. Yeah.
I like how he's completely in charge of these scenarios and nothing is going in his fucking favor.
We're me and Corey are like, yeah, no, but what you don't know is that this barrel, it's a fucking portal to Narnia. And he did that last time. This time he's like, oh no, I hope that the lions go for the brain.
It's like, I'm just going to crawl inside of the lunchbox and hope it goes to Narnia.
Right? You choose your destiny, friend. Own that shit.
Oh my God.
Own it. You didn't own it, so you don't own the point, Vic.
All right.
I don't think lions have the same grasp of what trash can juice is. I mean, it's foul. Don't get me wrong. But they also eat out of other animals' assholes.
You're not wrong.
So
Hey, eat that ass.
They go ass to mouth. They go ass to mouth. Oh yes, thank you.
They go ass to
never
digestive system.
never go ass to mouth. And
In
so
the heat of the moment,
I like the
it's
biblical
forgivable.
thing.
Thank you.
All right.
Heat of the moment. I like the Christian thing. Danny, you go ahead and get the point.
Yes.
So point stand as it stands right now. Vic has 1 point. Corey has 1 point. Danny has 1 point. Do we need a tiebreaker?
It's a Mexican standoff.
All right. I'm ready. I'm ready because I'm Mexican. I'm half Mexican.
Oh shit! Cat's here. Hi, Cat. Probably shouldn't call live call-outs for the podcast.
What? Who? What?
Cat. I thought she was one of your followers.
Yow.
I don't know. But hi, Cat. What's up? Say hi, Cat. We can cut this out in post production.
Hi,
right?
Cat.
Yeah.
Cat high.
What?
I fucked it up.
God damn it! You're fired. All right, let's go. Tiebreaker, bitches.
All right. So, tiebreaker. Here we go. Vic,
I might be buzzed.
your item is a single red rose.
Just remember, every rose has its thorn.
Shut up.
Didn't
Fuck
see that on
you.
Rose.
I got to think of movies with roses.
Titanic, duh, and/or hello.
Danny,
Yeah.
you have a child's seaside bucket and spade, like for a beach, like a beach pail.
That's racist, dude. You can't fucking say that.
Wait, spade was a racist word back in the day?
Yes.
Was it really?
Oh my
Are you
god.
thinking of spit?
No.
I think he's thinking of spade.
Spade. You. Oh my god.
I mean, I've heard it.
I'm
but
done. I'm done. Okay, I got
what
a
next?
fucking, I got a shovel and
Corey.
pick. Got it.
Yeah.
Corey, you have a spork.
Is it? Wait. Is it a
That's
Taco
it.
Bell spork, or is it a
spork.
KFC?
Oh boy.
spork?
I hope the challenge is how do you eat this soup with chunks of food in it?
No,
So,
that
gentlemen, I
question
need to
is-
know how utilizing a single red rose, a seaside bucket and spade, and a spork that you're going to get yourself out of this incredibly dangerous situation. Superman has just caught you in bed doing the nasty with Lois Lane. He's not super happy about it, and he's starting to fire up them old laser eyes.
I'm gonna charge him my lasers.
So, Vic, I need to know how you're going to utilize your single red rose, assumably the one that you were going to give to Lois Lane,
No, I got
to
it.
get
already.
yourself out of this situation.
Alright. So he caught me in bed. Right? And I
Oh,
told
yeah.
him, look, I did this all for you. I had to get to her to get to you. I'd get down on one knee in front of him, and I'd give him the rose.
In my head, he's taking the rose and running it along his face while he's all pissed off.
The best part is like, Vic is naked, right?
Dick,
Like,
Yeah,
rubbing
Dick
his
like
face
moderately
with his
hard.
rose. Yeah, like, he's
Like,
still,
I'm sorry,
he's still got a
I
semi. with like
couldn't
Lois's
approach it.
love
I
juice
needed-
all over him. Did it
I
for you.
needed someone on the inside to get to you.
You
This is
did
the
those
only
things
way.
insides.
Fuck.
Hey, Danny, you think you can do any better with your with your beach pail and little mini shovel there? For
Someone,
your kinky night with those ladies.
Well, it's
You pull the bucket off her head. You pull the
Just
spade out of
someone-
her ass.
Look, just summon Aquaman. I heard you can do that with a bucket and spade.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, let's summon Aquaman. He has all the fucking powers of SpongeBob.
Shut the fuck up. Aquaman's the best. We'll get into this some other time. Fuck. Bucket and pail. Okay, or no, pail and spade. I'm gonna put the bucket on my head and start banging it. But what you don't know is that these are Kryptonian spade and bucket, and it's going to create sound waves that are going to cripple said Superman, and then I'm just going to shove my dick in his mouth and skull fuck him to death.
Oh my god!
'Cause I knew I was smashing Lois, so I had to have something on hand, and nothing's more inconspicuous than a spade and bucket.
True. All right. So Corey, you think you can do any better with your spork?
He's shooting a laser at me?
I'm a
Yeah,
Boys,
laser eyes.
let's fucking go. This spork, this is a super reflective spork. I'm gonna knock those lasers back in his stupid face.
Ah,
Say
going
it's a
on the
kryptonite.
offensive.
Yep. I was gonna say it's a kryptonite spork, but no!
What if you miss angle? You hit Lois Lane.
Well, then he has no reason to be mad anymore.
He did it to himself.
He's gonna fucking injustice your ass and shove his arm through your heart. Oh, fuck.
Take your bitch. Take your bitch.
Well, I guess neither of us are happy. How about that, Superman? Way to
And then he
go.
pulls out a rose.
Just rubs it across his pissed off face.
Jesus.
It's okay.
we don't have to be. We have each other now.
You don't have to hide anymore.
Meanwhile, I'm hitting my head with the bucket and pail.
Turning around the room like, I must go fuck you.
Oh shit!
All right, so I've taken some time
No, you
to
didn't.
consider these options. These are not good options. at all.
No, they are not. They're terrible items for all three of
So
us.
I think we can all agree that Vic is like super dead, right?
Yeah, no. He got
I mean, that was
No.
that was
You
good.
try
Don't
to
get
do
me
the
wrong.
thing where you put the rose in the gun, but
He
instead of
accepted the
Superman's
rose.
face.
He accepted it. You said I had the power. He accepted it.
Dun,
then he gave me the point.
I got the power.
Bzz.
So yeah. God, as Kryptonite, Seaside Bucket and Spade, and a Spork. As far as all my research into this, and that's like the 3 minutes I've been kind of quiet. I couldn't find any evidence that kryptonite is actually harmful to humans. And in fact, there is evidence that it actually gives humans superpowers.
Well,
And so I think, although he's naked, possibly still balls deep in Lois Lane,
With her juice on
because he
top.
would have the bucket on his head and hitting it with a kryptonite spade, that he in fact would probably be invulnerable to Superman.
the fucking mental image of him just like tink, tink, tink.
And although, and I was gonna go with the spork, reflecting it back to him, but there, are plenty of references in comics and in cartoons that he just melts through metal with his lasers, and there's no evidence that they reflect off jack shit. So I'm gonna I have no choice. I have to go with the jackass hitting himself in the head with the bucket. Danny, you get the point.
I am the victory here. My bucket is paid.
I should have just hit myself with the rose, see if I got the point.
At least you didn't leave your rose on a beach.
Oh.
Hey.
No.
No, he just left it on a bitch. Ah.
Danny knows what I'm going on about.
No, dude, no.
And that takes us to video game news.
That's it. It's over. I'm going home. Fuck you. I'm out. It's quit. It was a good show, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
I'll take this
Fuck,
video
man.
game video pee real quick then.
Fucking Doctor Who nerds.
He said, I gotta go.
All right. So video game news. Last time we spoke of a survival game that I said was coming out, Walden, with Henry David Thoreau. Well, as it turns out, it got announced that it's actually coming out on July 4th.
Oh.
Hey, soon.
Yeah, in like
2 days.
in like 2 days. So by the time everybody hears this on the YouTubes on my channel, it'll probably be like a day. Basically,
post production.
the near final edition of the game remains available in early access on itch.io for $18.45. As you've likely surmised, the figure is significant. It is the year 1845, is the year Thoreau took up his 2-year residence on Walden's Pond. So
That's good. That's fucking clever.
yeah, so I'm not even mad at the price point.
No, I'm not. Fuck.
Apparently, it's the audience for the game is broad, from experimental game players to lovers of Thoreau and the transcendental literature. As such, the game offers more opportunities for reflective play than strategic challenge. So therefore, it's not a game where like you're trying to survive against the wilderness. It's more of a slow down, peaceful kind of, you know, storytelling thing, which I think is good. For as weird as these kind of games are, I do appreciate that they're coming out with them. And it's a lot better than the same old fucking song and dance that I feel like a lot of games are going.
Yeah.
The direction a lot of games are going in this. So I like these experimental games that are coming out. So I saw that it was coming out. And so I thought,
is it online multiplayer?
no, it's all just single player. Yeah, and it's a single player, and you just play the role of the guy. So it's not going to be like a Rust or anything. Like it's just going to be.
Well, I mean, like, you know, co-op kind of thing.
You mean like what?
Like Don't Starve, not like online multiplayer, but.
Oh
like,
no! It's nothing like that.
Okay.
It's just a single player campaign. So I thought that was kind of cool. Moving on. We got some Star Wars Battlefront news.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Apparently, Star Wars Battlefront, they went ahead and they outlined how its crates and crafting systems work
God
in the
damn
game.
it.
So the way that it's going to work, and it's actually not that bad, is that as you play the game, you level up, right?
Duh.
When you level up, you get monies. You use those monies to buy crates. Kind of like Overwatch, except that they don't give them to you. You have to buy the crates. But then when you open up those crates, I don't know if you remember when we were first covering this, like 2 podcasts ago, I kept talking about these star cards.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what the fuck that was. Well, apparently these star cards are like boosts to characters. So
No,
not
not
only
like,
can you unlock characters, but they will also give you bonuses to your characters. Like, for example, if you're the heavy soldier and, you know, one of your powers is that you can, like, shoot, like, a chain gun for, like, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
If you have a star card, it can increase that to 7, 10, 15 seconds, depending on the rarity of the card.
No, it's like Battlefield 1. They had these cards that gave you bonuses or feats or extra items or gear. It was kind of fucking annoying, and I'm kind of disturbed and deterred that it's going to be back in the next one.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So I've never played Battlefield, so I don't have any kind of like general reference to this, but I do.
It's pretty fun.
Kind of understand how these battle card systems, whatever, are kind of like fucked up. And what I see is you can earn credits, or you can just pay us a bunch of money for real,
Right.
And then
Yeah.
Pay
buy
to
all
win.
these crates.
Pay
to win.
Okay.
Because here's the thing: although the cards inside of it are randomized, it is one of those things where you can buy different tiers of crates for different prices. And obviously, if you buy the cheap one, you get more common cards. If you buy the expensive one, you have the chances of getting more rare cards. But you also can get more like in-game monies, and you can also get other things in there that you can use to upgrade the cards you already have. So, I mean, you can try to argue, well, it's not really pay to win because it's all randomized, but it kind of is, because you can exchange the cards you already have for monies and then upgrade your shit.
So a duplicate, can you not use the duplicates to upgrade a certain?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can upgrade cards from like common to rare to astronomical, whatever.
By
the fucking
using the
thing is.
duplicates, then, right?
Yeah. So that's that.
I'm not really psyched for Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
I might get in on the beta when it's ever open. I'm not gonna pre-order. I'm not gonna get sucked into that, because that was one of the 2 games that fucking burned me on pre-orders and getting hyped on the hype train. So I hope, God please, I hope they don't do like when they did with Battlefront 1, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, where it's the hero cards and everybody knows where the fucking hero card is, so they all fucking dart towards it, and whoever gets it first gets to be the fucking hero, and that could be Darth Maul or Yoda, whoever the fuck it's going to be in this next game. But like that was the shit I hated about, because like other than that, you know, you never get to be the fucking hero or the fucking Jedi or whoever, and you're just a shitbag stormtroopers like pew pew dead, pew 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 pew, got a couple kills, pew pew dead.
They should make it to where they picks randomly one person on the team, and they have the choice to accept to be the hero.
No. They need to do what they did on 2, or Battlefront 2, back on
Where
PS2,
they can just let you pick your class.
Where you fucking earn it. Like you did before. None of this bullshit where you gotta find the card. Hey, it's hidden on the map somewhere.
I mean, but if you
fuck that.
If you gotta earn it, then it'll give some of the people that aren't really good, they'll never be again.
Sucks to be them. Get good, right?
Yeah, there was a.
I mean, you can say the same thing about getting to the card first. Get good.
That doesn't. But
I remember when Battlefront first was coming out, right?
Yes.
And they had all the hype and the speculation about what it was all going to be. They had this system, and I really fucking liked it. And I think what they need is something similar to. Do you guys remember playing Toy Soldiers?
Yes.
With the the little plastic, you were little plastic toy soldiers.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a video game from back in the day. Okay, so the way that game worked is you had like 2 or 3 classes open to you from the get-go. As you played, you unlocked more characters. So you could be the bazooka guy, you could be the scout, you can be the mortar guy. And the thing, there was another game that was similar to this, and I can't remember what it is, but you had different classes of soldiers like that, and the more you played a specific class, the more that one leveled up.
Right.
So, for example, if you always played snipers, because Danny, I know you love snipers.
I do.
So, the more you play a sniper, the more points
Actually, I
get
don't.
allocated.
Wait. Stop.
I know
What?
you don't. I'm just fucking with you. The more points that get allocated to be a sniper, but the rest of your classes are just baseline. They're nothing. But you unlock more and more things for that sniper class. The way that I thought that Battlefront or Battlefront, whatever, 1 was going to work was it was going to work something similar like that. The more you play a clone trooper heavy, the more points you get in that. The more I play a Boba Fett or a bounty hunter, the more points I get in that.
Right.
And then when we play together, we share our points amongst each other.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then I thought that's the way it was supposed to be, but as it turns out, it was completely not like that. So I don't understand why they can't have a game similar to that, where instead of you finding cards or whatever, the more you play, eventually, as you play the game, you unlock these other characters.
You said you never
so like at level. No, like at level 20, you unlock Han Solo. At level 30, you unlock Luke Skywalker. At level 40, you unlock whatever.
You never did play it, but let me fix that real quick, because it is that way, but it isn't. So like if you're playing with a high level person and they have like premium cards that you paid to buy or paid to get or whatever, if you're in the fire team, which is 3 people, you plus 2 more, you get whatever they have too. So you can set your class up to align with theirs. But why would you do that? Because they already have those perks, and you're supposed to stay with them. You won't want 2 other perks that complement them or counter them or might help, work with them. So it didn't make any fucking sense,
Yeah, why everybody share the same perk? Like,
Right.
you would think you'd have something to complement it.
Fuck, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a shit show, man. It really was. It was good for about 10 minutes, and then you get shat on, and you're just like,
Something to compliment it.
fuck, exactly. I don't even fucking want to do this anymore. Fuck yeah. It was a shit show, man. It really was. It was good.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
A modder has added a home base for the hardest working man in Skyrim. The Courier. For those of you guys who play Skyrim and who may know, the Courier was a guy who would find you in the most exotic of fucking places, in the deepest of untouched dungeons, and he would be like, I got a letter for you. And he would give you a letter and then fuck off, like back wherever the fuck he came from.
The best courier known to man.
Known to man. But the problem is that the Courier never had a home base. So some modder decided that he's going to make the guy a home base and program it so that way when he's not stalking you, he's at home. And it's a very simple shack kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere. But you can set it, what the mod also does.
Sorry.
Yeah, what the mod also does is you can set it so that way instead of him tracking you down in these dungeons and just arbitrarily interrupting whatever the fuck you're doing, he can instead deliver your mail to your home residence. Or you can also choose to swing by his pad and pick it up at your leisure. So, I don't know. I just thought that was funny and kind of cool.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, and by the way, it's called the Provincial Courier Service mod. The Provincial Courier Service mod. The modder is Arthmoor, Arthmoor. So, in case anybody wants to add that to your Skyrim game, there you go.
Realism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off topic, but because I had just read a message. One of the people that I had sent the link to the podcast, they said the same thing that Danny said about the breast pump.
Yes.
He said, "You suck out the gas. No gas means no rising."
See? Thank you. Thank you, viewer. Fuck them. Who was that?
Vic, you're not fucking helping your story, man.
Vic, that person needs to add me on Facebook and send news.
Well, don't say.
I don't care.
We sent you a picture of our dicks, Vic.
We were responding kind of with dick pics.
That's okay. All right, going back to
Dick Nixon, Dick Grayson, all the dicks.
All of them.
Nightwing.
I have a bit of news if I.
No, fuck you. Next bit of news is the Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yes.
Who stole the spotlight in E3.
Yes.
Will actually be at Evo and be playable in a tournament they're hosting.
Oh no shit.
Oh boy.
So for those of you who are going to go to Evo, you can enter into a tournament, and the tournament will be playing the Dragon Ball Fighter Z game.
It looks pretty good. I didn't.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't touch the Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2, and they kind of remind me of Dragon Ball Z.
Budokai, baby.
Tenkaichi, not Budokai, but Tenkaichi, the 3D world one. This one kind of reminds me of a side-scrolling fighter like Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Tekken. It's not the 3D environment. Exactly. Thank you. God, my brother, mi hermano. But
Ultimate Battle 22.
Jesus God.
I like how they even called it the fighting one.
But the organizer of the event also stated that not only will they have this tournament featuring the Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z, but it will also feature the recently revealed future Trunks as well.
Ooh.
So for those of you who follow Dragon Ball Z, and for those of you who follow this game, I'm sure you're all very excited. I don't know. I just know that you guys are kind of like Dragon Ball fans, so
I am.
I thought that this would be a good bit of news for you.
And that game looks like more like Budokai 1 or 3 with the side-scrolling fighting, but there's like scene transitions and shit. And I'm okay with it. I'm down.
I have some Destiny 2 news.
Yes!
Oh, he's
excited.
Oh my god.
Destiny 2 has released its weapons and armor kind of listings, and they stated that their weapons and armor will not have random rolls.
Thank the gods.
You know, I was just reading about that, to be honest.
Fuck, man.
I mean,
go ahead, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. So, what I think that's amazing. But I was actually searching through the forums in Bungie while reading upon that subject, and there's a lot of people that's against it, and there's a lot of people that's for it. You know, and I think it's good, and I think it's bad because here the good points, in my opinion, is all right. So if one of those guns, you know, they all have the same rolls. If it becomes OP, they can nerf that specific gun instead of nerfing the whole archetype. Secondly, another good point is, everyone could have a fair advantage. There's no, oh, this gun's better than that or whatever. But there will be weapon mods, which will probably be the deciding factor. Yeah. Now, what I...
Go ahead.
I'm almost done, don't worry.
No, that's okay.
The only other thing that I hope to see with this change, this new that they're implementing, is that the loot pool will be at least over 1,000 guns, because it needs to be a big loot pool.
Yeah.
It needs to be a big loot pool because, people are going to get tired quick. Now, the bad thing about this, what I think is, the reason people grinded Destiny, which is bad because, no one wants to grind forever. But some people, you
never played vanilla WoW.
Yeah, no, I did. But the reason that people kept grinding was to get that god roll, because they wanted that. The vendor roll, the weapons, arms day, all that. They wanted
the perfect weapon with the perfect roll.
Yeah, and it's it sucks though, because once they get that, they put hours into the game, they got it, and then that's the one weapon they use for everything. See, and then the problem that brings to that is what's happening in Destiny 1, where right now it's just one certain hand cannon, which is palindrome, and an icebreaker and a sidearm, and there's no diversity in the Crucible. Right. It's just hand cannons and snipers, and it's not fun.
It's not.
And that was something that they did say, is that the big reason why they're doing it is less for the PvE, which I think is kind of sucky, because a lot of people, at least from what I understand, you guys play PvE because it's the raids and all that kind of stuff, but it's less for that, but it's more for controlling PvP.
Yes.
And it balances PvP a lot more when they have a tight grip on exactly what weapons are going to be released, and they know exactly what those stats are. They can go ahead and balance PvP a lot better. But a lot of people are, once again, like you said, are scared because you do have people out there that love the fucking grind, that play the game for the grind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You got all the WoW heads that, let's be honest, we don't go back to WoW because there is no grind.
Right.
You're not wrong, you have like Strike, who still plays fucking Diablo 3, still grinding for shit.
There is a fucking grind in that game. Holy
And
God.
There is a ton, and it's not like this rare, snowflake person that's out there. Like, it's a lot of fucking people that love fucking grinding on these games, and they feel like the only reason why Destiny has survived so fucking long with its shit numbers is because of that grind. And when you take that grind away, what's that gonna do for the new Destiny crowd that's coming in? Guys who grinded all those fucking literally years on Destiny 1 are gonna shift over to Destiny 2 and realize that there is no grind. That there's nothing for them to... you do your missions, you get your gun, and then you're good to go. And then that's it.
I feel like they'll be able to make the grind fairly decent in the next one. Because there's that many fucking guns, man. And Vic will agree with me on this, man. Like, there's nothing... And don't get me wrong, there is nothing better than getting loot, but there's nothing more disheartening than be like, oh, man, I got this Hopscotch Pilgrim. And we're like, oh, cool, man. Is it a god roll? Nah, dude, it's shit. Trash. I got another one. Is it good? Nah, trash. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, there's nothing better than getting that god roll, but at the same time, it's such a fucking grind to get to that god roll of a gun that you're like, fuck, man, it almost wasn't worth it. The thing that I can only counter, and just to play devil's advocate in this, is that you said that they're releasing so many more fucking weapons in Destiny 2, right? Right.
No,
How-
no. I don't know that. I said
Okay.
the only way that this will work is if they increase the loot pool, which I'm sure they will because the transition from old gen to new gen,
Yeah.
they have to because that's the only way that they're going to make the game more viable. See,
The problem is that when you have a loot pool that big, you can still say 10% of these guns are awesome, but you still have 90% of the guns or whatever you have is going to be fucking trash.
Yeah.
you see, and
That's fair.
that's what the
And that's one of those things where it's like, okay, sure, you get these guaranteed things, but in order to make them special, in order to make it kind of grindy, in order to make it, great, you can't have every gun be this gradient scale. It's all going to be either fucking trash that is really good in one thing but really shitty in something else, and it's not really worth you switching from your gun that you got right now, versus you then, once in a blue moon get something that's fucking amazing.
yeah.
And then if that's the
understand
problem of PvP right now, like I said, I don't play Destiny, but that's a problem where everybody has these same guns. What do you think is going to happen with this when all the guns are the same? Everybody's going to grind for those same weapons, and then you're going to have only those weapons that are great be there, which doesn't actually solve your fucking problem. I mean, it makes the game easier to balance, but it doesn't solve the problem of there's no.
And you know what?
There's no mixing. It became the problem with WoW, where all of a sudden all the classes became the same.
Yeah. No, everybody gave certain specs to other classes, shit like that. But and I will say this great thing about Destiny is they listen to the community. They really do. Like, there was a huge outcry that shotguns are fucking broken, and OP as fuck, and they nerfed them. And then they.
But you know what caused that, right?
Bullshit and Trials of Osiris.
Not just that, but the re-rolling, because that's why they got rid of re-rolling.
Re-rolling shit. Yes, but like the Bungie and the Destiny community, they're boisterous, and Bungie listens, and I appreciate that about Destiny. Like, you don't see that in too many communities. Like World of Warcraft's like, yeah, well, fuck you, pandas on a mysterious island that showed up out of nowhere, and you're like, I thought we were going to the Emerald Dream. And they're like, nah, faggot, shut up. So, like, they listen, and they do implement shit, and I appreciate that. That's why I'm stuck on Injustice, like I've continuously said for the past couple of weeks. They listen to the fucking community. Injustice just had an update where they nerfed some people, they buffed some people, and then they did probably the greatest thing that they could have done. There's only one thing they could have done better, but you get these loot crate things, where you get gear, and you can open one at a time, right? And it's fucking annoying, like super annoying. You got 30 bronze mother boxes, and they take forever to open. Well, they did a quick loot option instead of open all. They did a quick loot, which is easier. It's better, but fuck, was it annoying to open one box at a time. And Injustice, I don't know who runs the fucking community, but the guys who do, they fucking listen. They're like, all right, well, we're not going to give you an open all option, but you can open them quicker now. And we're like, that's a good compromise. That's fair. I like that. Cheers, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I do think Bungie does listen, but I wish they'd listen a bit more, because sometimes they listen to the vocal minority of PvP and they ruin some of the stuff on PvE. What happened? I mean, they're always there's always gonna be people that find an exploit and then or a meta or whatever, and it's gonna happen.
Yes,
but
there's always a meta. There's always a fucking meta in PvP or PvE. Fuck it.
Yeah, but sometimes they listen to the wrong people, and things get nerfed that don't need to be nerfed, or the X or Y reason. But I mean, I'm welcoming this. I welcome this change, that they all have the same roles, just to see, because I want to see how it's going to play out. And people need. And what upsets me is that I go and read on the forums, look at the community, like, oh, I'm not going to pre-order this, or I'm not going to play this because that. No, you just got to see and adapt and wait. And I mean, come on, just give it a chance. And if you don't like it, that's fine.
Side note: I lost my Destiny 2 pre-order.
Oh no!
With the Cade 6 figurine.
Wait, how'd you lose it? You mean the paper?
Physically, the bag, box, and receipt have disappeared. Can't find them.
Maybe it's in the attic with the wasps.
I have to find them before the beta opens up in 2 weeks, and I'm scouring this house.
Maybe it's in the attic with the wasps.
No, motherfucker, I'm in the attic and it's not up here. Get rid of the wasps.
You're up there with the wasps?
Yeah, the white aristocratic suburban pricks.
Last bit of news that I have, and this probably isn't going to affect any of you guys, but I thought it was kind of weird. A new report says that Mass Effect Andromeda is not getting any single-player DLC.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time that Mass Effect, as far as DLC is concerned, they usually get single-player campaigns and stuff like that, and this is the first time that it's actually been put out that they are not releasing a single-player DLC at all. In fact, BioWare elected not even to offer a season pass for the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
This would affect me if I played that game.
I know Fluffy/Colin will be a little salty about this, but fuck.
Yeah, he will. Does anybody have anything else for video game news?
Yeah, I got something. I think didn't yesterday the Crash Bandicoot trilogy drop?
It did.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
You know, and I watch a lot of Gamer Ranks. You know, don't unsubscribe. We love you over here at Misfit Inc. Gamer Ranks. He the Before You Buys, which I watched before.
I saw
every
that.
time I watch a lot of videos. But he gave it a good like solid 9 out of 10. And I'm like, you know what? If I'd like to Crash Bandicoot a little bit more, I'd pick it up. But meh.
Crash Bandicoot to me is a lot of nostalgia.
Yes.
I don't think that if I go back and play it that I would enjoy it as much as I did when I was young.
You know what? He said that, and he's in the same boat as you, it sounds like, and he did enjoy it. The thing he was worried about was that that newcomers into the game world, because it's basically a top-down back and forth scroller, that new gamers, kids, wouldn't enjoy it. And I'm like, I could see that. So this is really pretty much a nostalgia piece for like $30 for $10 each game for the old heads like myself and friends of mine. So
Yeah.
I don't.
You know
think
what's
I'd
funny
ever pick
is
it up
that
'cause I'm not a fan.
you know, people say that about the kids. You know, we're not really enjoying it as much as you know we enjoyed it when we were younger because you know that's all we had.
Right.
But I'm almost willing to say that whoever said that is full of shit. Because I don't know if you guys know this. Well, I know Danny, you know, and Corey, you might know, but I was actually one of the Kickstarters for Ukulele.
Yes, that's right. I remember.
Which is a Banjo-Kazooie.
That did okay.
You know, kind of sequel.
Did okay.
Oh yeah,
It did okay, but it was the point is that the team that did Banjo-Kazooie, they wanted to come out with a successor, so they came out with Ukulele, and everybody always had the same kind of response of, those kind of games are dead. You know, those died with the 64. You know, these 3D platformer little kid games, you know, they're not going to be relevant with today's kids. You know, nobody's going to want them. So whatever, fuck the haters. I went and got the game. I got my fucking digital copy and my actual physical copy too. And I'm playing it because I'm like, I want to take a trip down memory lane. You know, I remember I didn't much care for Banjo-Kazooie, but I did like the game a little bit. So let me try playing this and figure this out, right? I'm playing it. Within like 5 fucking minutes, I got all 3 of my kids huddled around my computer, staring at it, trying to help me figure out the puzzles, and they were fucking into it.
They
were there.
To be fair, and I know those kids, you could put a disco ball up with a flashlight on it and they'll be content.
I mean, that is true. However, here's the thing. Now, that is true. They do get infatuated with whatever I'm doing. However,
yeah, that's what
I'm
I was
talking
getting at.
days and weeks afterwards, they're still asking me, when are we going to play again? When are we going to play again? When are we going to play again? And they were like fucking hyped for it. And I'm like, dude, you guys saw like fucking 20 minutes of this game.
And
they still ask me for it. So I think that
I'm gonna touch on that after you finish that, but I got something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I think we as adults look at like Banjo-Kazooie and we say, no. You know, we look at what was the game that we were originally talking about?
Crash.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. So we look at Crash Bandicoot and we say, there's not much there. People are gonna want something else. But I think what we're really saying is that we as adults who have grew up with these games now expect more. But kids today don't really have a grasp of what's out there, and I think that they would thoroughly enjoy those games as much as we did as children, because they don't understand what they're missing out on, and they don't understand, I guess I don't know. It's kind of hard to put in there, but it'll grow their nostalgia for it. I guess I should say.
You got it, and this is what I was gonna say is you got. Like, I want my boys to fucking love Sonic, right? I'm not going to give them the new shit where Sonic's fucking remastered. No. I have a Sega sitting right the fuck over there. Then I'm going to pop one of those fucking cartridges, give them the controllers about the same age that I had the controllers for the first time, and let them go to fucking town. Because that's, you got to hit those fucking points when it was nostalgic to you, or like when you remember it. You got to hit it at the same points with your kids or the future, like, not middle school, but a little bit before. Like, me and Corey, we fucking played so much Sega goddamn Genesis, it was out of fucking control. And then we had no problem transitioning to N64, and we played the shit out of that. And then PlayStation 2 and GameCube, because we were together for, since he was, 2000.
Which is, kind of running along the same thing, because we have the Wii, and the Wii was one of the first game systems that allowed you to get all those older games. So we got, the original Mario, we got Mario 3, Mega Man, and that's what my kids played. I was like, no, you're not fucking touching the PlayStation 4. You can fuck yourselves. But, play the Wii. And they would play, the original, like, Legend of Zelda and the original games, and they fucking love them.
Right.
They love them. Like, I remember my son came downstairs and was so fucking proud the day he beat fucking Mega Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's no easy task.
No,
Let's not say that's something
no bullshit.
He spent days grinding the same levels, learning exactly where all the bullets were shooting or whatever, and
where
he
the fucking asshole was going to attack, what counters what.
So he got it. He got it. So is that it? Are we good? Are we gonna move on?
We good. I think we good.
All right, to movie time.
Movie time. Fuck this movie. This is my rhyme.
Oh my god. This movie assignment was 1964's Zatoichi's Flashing Sword. Zatoichi's Flashing Sword is about, after being wounded in a fight, Zatoichi is nursed back to health by a young woman and her father. Now indebted to the family, he works to protect their ferry business from local thugs. It casted Zatoichi was Shintaro Katsu. Everybody knows Shintaro Katsu.
Right.
Who could forget Tatsu Endo as boss Yagarusu of Yakita?
Right.
And let's also not forget Naoko Kubo, who plays the illustrious and wonderful Miss Cooney.
Blew my mind. I didn't even know she was in this bitch.
I hate you guys so much.
Oh, and the maid lady, Tirku Omi, who played
a lesbian.
Miss Mime.
Miss Mine?
No, Miss Mime.
Mine, it's mine.
It's not mine. This fucking American. We speak English.
Wife,
and by the way, you're close enough to America, and we speak English here. Okay, it's mine.
Mine.
Miss Mine. Mine. All right, so because you picked this fucking movie, Vic, I'm going to need you to go ahead and tell me when's the first time you watched the movie, what was your first impressions about it, and how you feel about it now that you watched it again.
All right, so pretty much I started off. This was a long time ago, where they were on
Galaxy
Hulu.
Far
It's
away.
okay, I got some time.
They were on Hulu.
Back in 1964.
And they were on the Criterion selection, so I'm like, all right. And I watched the first movie of like all 26 of them, and I got hooked on the first one. So I just kept watching, and I liked them all. To be honest, I mean, I like the way he acts. I like the things he does in the movies. Though some of the movies are obviously not all of them are just action packed. Some of them are a bit slow going and tell a slower story, which is understandable.
We're mocking you if you couldn't tell.
I know, but I mean, there's also darker ones than that one. But honestly, I enjoy all the movies that he has, and he plays other roles in different movies. And me, as I guess it's being biased, but I like the movies that he's made.
Somebody has to, man. Fuck.
All right, so Danny, since you're so loud to voice your opinion on the subject,
Always.
How did you feel when this movie was first announced? Having to find it on YouTube after we jinxed it that it was gonna get pulled off of fucking YouTube. We had to find the link. And then I know you watched it today, right?
Today. At
Okay, and how you
let's go about
watching it?
6 hours ago.
Okay, so lay it on me. What's your thoughts?
Okay, so when first announced it, I was like, fuck, man, I hate early Kung Fu movies. I really do. I like modern Kung Fu. Like Tony Jaa or fucking Donnie Yen. Dick on Hard. I'm down for that. But then, I watched it.
Any of the Itmans.
Yeah, dude, Itman. Ugh. Donnie Yen's my favorite Kung Fu guy. Don't get me wrong, I love Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and Jet Li, but Donnie Yen's my favorite. He holds a certain special place in my heart. But this was like I saw I watched it for in the beginning for the first 2 seconds when we shared the link to see what it was. And I was like, fuck, dude, this is gonna be fucking nightmare fuel. Do we have 2 weeks to watch this? No, we're going next week. Okay, I'm not watching this bitch till Friday or Saturday. Fuck me. So I get into it. I watch it. The motherfucker cuts 3 flies in half. I was like, all right, bet. But about halfway through, when I was half paying attention, I was like, all right, well, this is entertaining. It was enjoyable, and the dude who played the blind samurai, he had me laughing. The dude cracked me up. I'm not gonna lie. He had my ass.
The guy who actually played Zatoichi?
Yeah, he had me fucking laughing my ass off, dude. He was fucking funny. He roasted some clowns, and then he shish kebabbed some motherfuckers in the lake, and I was like, okay, all right, that's fair. I like this. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
What about you, Corey? What did you feel about when this was first announced, and then having to watch it?
I enjoyed it. It was funny.
Hey, did it surprise you at all, film quality wise or anything, or the movie being so old?
Quality I was expecting it, and it went the pace I was expecting, because it was an older movie, so I didn't have too much, expecting for it.
He started out here, and then it went up to about here, and he was like, huh, better than expected. Huh.
It was slightly better than expected, just so slightly.
Well,
I didn't have high hopes.
I had never heard of Zatoichi,
no,
or any of his series. But considering the guy had 26 fucking movies or something, then I was like, okay, there's got to be something to this. And we came in, and this I believe is the 7th movie, right?
Yeah.
7th or 8th movie, something like that. So we kind of come into the middle of this fucking story. I don't know. I didn't watch any of the other ones. I was curious, but I didn't want to, mix up the stories.
Right.
So I didn't move on to them. Although I will admit that I probably will watch the next one, and I'll see where it goes from there. However, upon starting the movie, it was going, and then it was story and story and story and story, and I just remember sitting there going, I forgot. This was the fucking 60s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was all story build up, and the last 10% of the movie was action.
There was a point,
or something.
There was a point where I was so fucking confused as to what was going on, because the time hopping between shit was just what?
Yeah, it confused me as well, and only because they used different words for things. For example, they kept saying the concession, right? And I kept thinking, you mean concession stands? I know they're having the summer fair and they're having this free fireworks show. Are you talking about like the food stands and the money they're gonna make off of the vendors? Is that what you mean? But in fact, they didn't mean that at all. What they meant was the fucking naked guys who carried everybody across the fucking river. The fucking
fucked me up so bad. They'd cut to a random panel, and there's a dude sitting there with a fucking sumo thong, little skinny bitch with no ass, and I'm like,
I also
Okay.
the dressing of it. I would say is
The wardrobe was
from an American
outrageous.
standpoint. I can see that's what it was. However, it just seemed to me like every time Zatoichi moved, I felt like he was gonna flash the fucking audience his naughty bits. His fucking shirt that he wore, his fucking boyfriend's shirt that he
No,
wore
that was a
so
fucking kimono,
goddamn
bro.
short.
He wore a kimono.
Okay, then I'm a bit confused because when the only thing that I have with Asian reference at all is like anime, and all their fucking kimonos go all the way to the ground, and then you can see their feet poking out the bottom. I don't know no fucking mini skirt.
Like
Fucking
everybody
kimono.
wore a mini skirt in that movie except for the chicks. But you
Except for
did
the
get
chicks. All
some
the chicks
side
wore, like-
boob. You did get some side boob with that bitch that
You
was
did get
bathing herself. It's a nice
some
boob.
fatty side boob.
It was a nice
So
boob.
there you go. Okay, so I feel like I need to say this because I think that this is probably, I guess, the winning point to me. Was that if you look at movies like Ip Man, if you look at movies like what was the Muay Thai movie? Was that it? Just Muay Thai?
No, Protector.
Was it
That's-
Protector? No. One of the
it was
first.
Protector. With
Was that the
the
American name?
same actor, right? With,
No.
God damn it! Go ahead and keep talking, but I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay, it was one of the Muay Thai movies where they stole the head of the god from the dude's
Yeah.
village, and he goes to retrieve
Yeah,
it.
It's a Protector.
Okay, so the Protector. When you look at, I didn't doubting you. I just didn't remember what the fucking name was.
Sorry.
But when you look at those kind of movies, you always look at the main character, and the kung fu masters are ripped,
Jack.
unless they're old, in which case they're short and fat and bald, right? But that's always kind of been the stereotype. And then here you got Zatoichi, who is this like world-renowned badass that like I'm not even gonna say the mafias of the time, but basically the organized gangs of the time are trying to fucking kill him because he's such a badass and he like betrayed them all, right?
Right.
That he like this fucking wobbly fucking double chin like potbelly guy who is so fucking unassuming.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a bumbling idiot everywhere he goes. And
He's
I
not
know
wrong.
that it's
He's not wrong.
and I mean I know it's not. I mean, if he wants to, he gets like badass mode, right? He gets like Bill Murray crazy eyes. Well,
Right.
blind, but no, still crazy eyes. And so like he has the ability to like, you know, sift through shadows and move very ninja like, you know, and almost have this inhuman ability to detect his surroundings because in reality he can see, but you know,
Motherfucker was Batman.
he can't. But he has this very unassuming form. It reminded me a lot of Drunken Master,
Yes.
where
Yes.
where Drunken Master, he was a bumbling fucking idiot. He knew what he was doing. He knew every fucking move he was doing, but the skill about being a Drunken Master or the drunken fighting style is that everybody assumes that you don't know what you're doing. Then what looks like pure luck is actually nothing but skill. And I kind of feel like Zatoichi had that entire fucking feel through the whole movie, where he purposefully played up him being blind,
Yeah.
even though he knew it wasn't really a fucking fault.
Mhm.
That if anything, it just made him stronger, right?
Right.
But he played it up, so everybody he met, he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blind. I don't know what I'm doing." But ironically, what I really liked about the movie was that there were times where his blindness actually caught up to him, and he got busted doing shit that he probably shouldn't have been doing. Like,
Can I?
for example, when he went in and started like stuffing his face with all the fucking rice, right?
That shit had me dead, dude.
Yeah, she fucking walked in and was like,
Oh, you must
"Oh,
have
you
been
are.
hungry.
You must have been hungry." And you can hear him try to say something, and like you can hear it wasn't her laughing.
Rice.
It was the fucking cast and crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
who
heard
were
that,
laughing,
Yes.
right?
The one that
So it's
the
little
part
thing-
that got me fucked up, and I didn't know what was going on or why he did it because I wasn't paying too much attention, was when he fucked up the room. He's like throwing rice all over the floor and then put it on the fucking side door frame and then started splashing water everywhere. I was like,
Vic, explain this to me because I'll be honest.
what the fuck did I miss?
Yeah, he was walking around and he was just like shitting on the walls, and it was like, "What are you doing?"
Fuck that.
Yeah, I was so confused.
All right, I'll explain it. All right, so what happened was he went to the other boss.
Yeah, he was at the other boss's house for a while.
And he went, and so he was giving the lady the massage, but in reality, he was getting intel.
Yep.
Yeah, and he hurt her, and he wanted his pay. So what happened was they gave him like rotten food as pay, and he sniffed it. You can see he grabs the thing, he sniffs it. Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, and then he just starts smearing it everywhere.
So,
and
all
then
right, that's how we gonna do. That's how we gonna do. I got you.
So that cleared it up. That makes a lot more sense now.
No, I was fucking confused as fuck.
So Danny, what would you say? We'll do scenes. You know, a favorite scene of yours, something that maybe you didn't quite get, and another scene that you thought like just wasn't all up to there. You know, what kind of memorable things are
the part that stuck out to me the most, and I was dragging ass for this movie. I had Injustice playing in the background because you can set up the computer to fight for you, and I was like, fuck it, I'll make the game fight, earn me some boxes, and I'm gonna watch this fucking movie. And what really had me fucking interested, what pulled me in, was the side boob. No, I'm kidding. I
like how he was peeping, and they're like, but if you're a masseuse, why are you even peeping? He's like, oh, it makes me feel like I'm part of the gang.
I can see, yeah. But what got me going, that's right about when I started paying attention, was the side boob. I'm not kidding. And it wasn't just the side boob, but like they were peeping, and then the side boob happened, and then he was like, oh, he's about to call these bitches out, and then he did, and I was like, that was fucking funny. And like I started paying attention from there on, and I was confused as to why he was over there, but now Vic made it clear. But then like he went to go back, and he was crossing the river, or he went to the river, or whatever. No, he went to go save old dude's kid, and he went to the river first, and he ran across those assholes, and he was acting like a blind buffoon. And then he like went deeper into the water, and they're all a fucking neck deep in the water, and they circle around him, and they go deeper. And then they go to fucking cut down on him, and he like ducks underwater, and everybody's like, where the fuck did he go? And then he went all hibachi on their ass. And I was like, all right, that was kind of interesting. That was good. I appreciate that. What's next?
Did you watch the end where he cut down like 80 people?
Yeah, that shit was fucking killer too. Like the ending was fucking fantastic, but like that, the part where he killed those dudes while he was underwater, that's what pulled me into the rest of the movie. And I had my attention from there. He had the fucking candle. Like when he killed those dudes, and he was like, in the blind, you're all as equally as disabled as me. And he had one of the candles on his fucking sword, and then he fucking murdered the boss dude. I was like, all right, that was a good ending. I didn't wish I didn't have to wait that fucking long, but that was a good ending.
Corey, any memorable scenes? Anything stick out in your mind?
I like when he got caught with the rice.
A face full of fucking rice, man. Oh, that shit was great.
And that when the cameraman started laughing, I was just like, "What was that? Was
what?
that fucking cameraman laughing?"
God damn it, cameraman! You're ruining this.
Well, guess I'm not. I got taken out of that world real quick. I was getting into it, but no. Cameraman's got to come along.
Break the fourth wall for you.
Fourth wall shattered.
Vic, what? I know you've seen all the movies, but what about this movie that sticks out in your mind, or I should say, why did you pick
this fucking movie?
Well, what made you pick this one over, let's say, any of the others?
Because I got mixed up.
I'm done.
I was thinking of one of the other ones that were more darker, and I got mixed up with this one. But this one is equally good to me.
It was entertaining.
I know this is, you guys got introduced to something new. It's not, you didn't expect it. Obviously, you may have not liked it all, but it was something different.
Yes,
it was something that wasn't part of the everyday curriculum.
Yes, and that's why I appreciated the pick. Versus something we all might have seen way back in the day, or something that we all know and fucking love. So
No,
I do appreciate the pick, but fuck.
but fuck.
I mean, I would always like those movies, and I mean, what stuck out of that one was, you know, those people were so nice to him, and after they found out he was a gangster, they had to boot him
That motherfucker was
out
a
of there.
hitman.
Yeah. No, and then, despite all of that, they all, regardless, got murdered by the other guy.
Yeah.
And he goes to seek revenge.
Yo, the boss, he got like fucking triple killed. That was rough.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
His son fucking deserved it though. Fuck that punk pompous bitch.
Yeah, he did. And then the boss had that weird tooth, that weird snaggle
That
tooth, like
shit
on the top of
fucked
his
me
foot.
up.
But I mean,
Luigi.
Oh yeah, that was pretty much him stuttering. That was most of his lines, him stuttering up his lines.
Yeah, the scene that sticks out to me was when he sneaks over there and he fucks up the main boss and his sister.
Yeah, that shit was good.
Where he doesn't. I thought he killed them.
He was so creepy then, man. He's like,
Yeah, like he he was like super quick. He cut the dude's fucking sword in half.
that was metal.
You know, and he was like, the entire time he was like, "Shut the fuck up! You're listening to me now." And they're like, "You know who I am?" And he'd be like, "Choo choo choo," something badass. He'd be like, "Shut the fuck up! You're listening to me now." And then, and then they found them, all knocked out or tied up with the fucking masks on their face.
That was creepy.
Creepy, very creepy. And of course, that I think that scene stuck out of my head a lot because that was like the first time where he's like, "Okay, I'm done playing buffoon.
Right.
Now we're gonna get some shit
Time
done."
to get real.
Yeah, time to bring some real shit into this. I
got one more thing I liked.
Okay, go ahead.
I liked the first time that the half naked men that carry you across the river. I liked when the first time he carried him and he asked for his change back, and the second time he went to go carry him, he tried to hide and sit down so he wouldn't pick him, and he ended up pounding him. But he gave him the change, and as soon as he let him keep the change, he said, "Oh, watch your step. Be careful."
Yeah, watch your steps, sir. Hang on, Very good. Okay, so anybody have anything to say before we move on to ratings?
Nah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Vic, why don't you give your rating for the movie? What you got?
I'll give it a 4 out of 5 just to be unbiased.
Straightforward. No gimmick. No bullshit. Just 4 out of 5 numbers.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 blind men.
All right, Danny.
Yeah.
Danny?
Yeah? I thought you had a follow-up kind of question to go with it.
Oh, no. I was just like, Danny, what's your rating, man?
Oh, 3 out of 5 Ronins.
Okay, 3 out of 5 Ronins.
And that's a high 2 point something. Like, yeah, I rounded up.
Alrighty. Corey, what would you rate the movie?
10/20 vision.
10/20 vision. You guys know my rating scheme. If you get 2 hours to blow or 2 hours worth of blow, I say do the drugs. I thought the movie was entertaining, but it wasn't so much entertaining that I would recommend it to everybody. It's a genre of movie that you either love or you just don't really care for it.
That's fair.
I had a roommate of mine when I was in the military, and this was the kind of movie that he loved.
Don't tell me you talk about Wade.
No, it's not Wayne.
Okay.
No, it was another dude when we were basic, and he was a AIT, I should say.
Yeah.
And the dude was absolutely in love and infatuated with anything old-timey and martial arts movies. Like, he had literally every Wu-Tang Clan movie that was ever made.
No, don't get me wrong. And that's why it gets a 3 instead of the 2 and rounding down. I love kung fu flicks. I love the old school Bruce Lee, Brendan Lee shit. But like this one was just hard to fucking go for.
Yeah. So I like I said, I like the character. I enjoyed the story, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me. It was not my kind of movie. But I will say, Vic, not to beat yourself up too much, it was a good experience.
It was.
It was something new, and it was a good recommendation.
Yeah.
A terrible movie, but a good recommendation.
Good pick. Way to get us out there.
So that was that. Should we do pictures? Picture time?
I want to go first. Can I go first?
Sure, Danny, go ahead. Go first.
Here's my picture.
It's the right.
Finn.
When it was
It's
over.
done. It finished.
When it was fucking over.
His favorite part.
Wasn't there a picture I did one time that was like the credits? And it was like, yeah, this is my favorite part of the movie. That's a good picture. Corey, you got a picture?
Yeah, okay. Let me put it on my clipboard so I can copy and paste it in here.
This faggot.
Okay, my favorite part of the movie.
Nerd.
There we go. It's uploading. There we go.
This motherfucker.
Alright, that one got me.
Okay, so that one was my picture. This one was my picture. Slow down a little bit. This was mine. Fiend done. Go away. Let me go ahead. Keep going though. I got this. I think. I don't.
Alright, I'll look for mine.
All right, yeah. Vic, you got a pick?
Vic with the
I
pick.
actually got a video.
What?
What? He stepped up his game.
Right? He's taking
He
he's taking the C-squared
Taking-
route.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
He
what
can't
he
use
did.
Photoshop, but he can make a video.
Right. He found it on YouTube. Don't judge him.
No, I didn't. I had to use like 3 different apps.
This motherfucker's out of control.
Made with video show. That's how you
I couldn't get rid of the thing because it wouldn't recognize that I downloaded the app. I needed to get rid of the watermark.
Alright, here we go. Playing it for everybody.
もう今夜の花火を職場の人たちはそれは楽しみにしてなさいますね。足もまるでも子供みたいになっちゃって。あ、福井さん、後でまた浴衣を着させていただきます。
Can't wait either.
いっさん、
You can't play it either?
No, I said I can't
今
wait
すぐ
either.
ここから出て行ってもらいたいんだ。この梶川坂の土地から離れてくれ。これはわらじさんだもん。
Thinking of
何でございますか。 私が皆さんに気に入らねえことでもしたんでございますか。出て行けと言ったら黙って出て行けばいいんだ。どうしいつだろお前は黙ってりゃいいんだ。さいでございますか。すっかりお言葉に甘えてのんびりしちまって、今夜の花火を楽しませていただいたらじきにおいとましようと。俺は今すぐと言ってるんだぜ。俺はよっぽど何か気に障ったらしいが、何がいけなかったいちいち説明することは
all right. That was good. That's good. Motherfuckers, watch a podcast or you're banished from the family.
Oh, Jesus. Alrighty. God, that took forever.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that was almost as painful as the movie, bro. Fuck.
Alright, so here's my picture.
Do we have time for you?
oh my
Probably
god.
gonna have to blow it up.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Open original.
Yo, that part had me fucked up too.
Gulping noises.
Get the fuck out! You're fired. Go to your fucking
When he was standing out there fanning himself and he was like, "You're the," and the dude was like fanning himself. He was like, "Oh shit, like he realized what kind of deep shit he was in.
Fuck,
And then he was like, well, maybe not. And he's just like, like I physically was sitting here watching the film in basic silence the entire fucking movie. And when that happened, I was like, oh shit! I was like, oh shit! I had to like stand up and go outside and go smoke a cigarette. I was like, fuck! He's so fucked. I think that's when I realized I kind of got into the movie a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a vote. Vic, which picture do you like? Remember, you can't vote for me. You can't vote for yourself.
I vote for Pac-Man's pick.
Okay, so for Corey. All right, Danny.
No, same. C squared. Good.
All right, Corey, your vote is irrelevant. Who are you voting for?
Voting Vic.
Yeah.
All right, voting for Vic. All right, so the points as it is now, Vic has 1 point, one lonely, drippy point. Corey has 2 points, and Danny has 2 points. Brother Rage this time around actually tied for the win, as opposed to tied for the losing.
Shut up.
So I think that's pretty good.
What about the
Essence Award.
Yes.
I'm going to have to say that, Vic, you go ahead and get the Essence Award. So it's a 3-way.
You did that shit on purpose to make it complicated.
And the only reason why you're getting the Essence Award is because, like the movie, your video was long and drawn out and unnecessary. So
I knew it.
great essence
That was
of
the
the movie.
essence. All right, that's fair. I will agree with that now. Then fine.
All right, so a
All
3-way
right.
tie. Are we on? Ready for questions, gentlemen?
Yeah. No.
Question,
Let's go.
Okay. Question number 1, worth 1 point.
Are we supposed to like have something ready written?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Type something in the messenger. Don't.
This is your
don't
second
enter
time.
just
How are
yet.
you not pro?
Seriously, man. Come on, give us.
Get it together.
Remember, wait till I say go, and then you hit the button. Okay. Question 1, worth 1 question, or one. What's worth 1 question? One question point.
Whoa. One question point.
After Zatoichi bought the kids candy, what side of the road did they warn him that there was a hole? Go.
Bullshit.
Oh,
Bullshit.
Corey.
Left side.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding. Correctamundo. Very good. You got 1 point.
Well played.
All right.
That was close. That was fucking close, man.
Yeah, that was close. You guys, I heard all like the at the same time. Okay. Everybody get ready?
Yeah.
Question number 2. Worth 2 points. How much was it to cross a river on a person taxi? Go. Oh, Danny.
10.
What?
10?
Yes.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
Corey.
Hold up. On my screen, Vic got it first.
What?
No, I got you going
Look,
first.
man, he's the moderator. Shut up and let him do his job.
20.
20 is incorrect. Vic, would you like to get a guess?
30 mon.
30 mon is the correct answer.
10, 20, 30. What the fuck, man? What the
A
fuck?
chariot ride is 70, and a one-person ride, I'll do it. I'll give you a ride for 30 mon. 30 mon. So very good, Vic. Very
It
good.
takes the lead.
Vic takes the lead with 4 points. Corey's got 3. Danny's got 2. Danny, this could be your chance. This could be your chance to take the lead. Question 3. We're 3 points. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? There were 2 dinners listed, but out of the 2, you can list both or one. What dinner is prepared for Siroku on his first night back home?
Oh,
Go.
my bad. That was my bad.
Oh, you gotta go first because you hit it first.
It depends on what the fucking moderator
no, but
says. Noodle, who's
Did I hit-
first?
What? He's the only one that went.
Oh, well then okay.
All right.
Nobody else is going in there.
It- all right.
No, now you guys want to jump in. Vic, what was it?
It was one of them was sweet rice cakes.
That is correct. Sweet rice cakes.
Bitch!
It was one of the options. Very good. Jesus Christ, guys, he's fucking decimating you.
It's his favorite movie. He fapped to it while he was watching it. Fuck
That
this
is
nigga.
true. The other option would have been red bean rice. Red bean rice or sweet rice cakes. That would have been fine.
You would have been fine.
All right.
God.
So, Vic currently has 7 points.
God damn.
Corey,
Well,
very close, second with 3 points. And Danny, a very close second as well with 2 points. So Jeopardy question. Jeopardy, everybody go ahead, send me your how many points you're gambling. You gotta gamble something.
Gabba 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 gabba
You gotta gamble something.
I
You gotta get all
don't-
3 of them guys.
I don't know how to send you a message again.
Oh my god, hang on. You're the worst.
I figured it out. Here you go.
2%.
Good.
2% is the required amount that you need to be smarter than the object of which you are trying to overcome.
Danny?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. All right.
It's a good thing I'm pretty.
Good thing you are.
You really are pretty.
I
Here,
am.
here is the question, gentlemen. The question is, how many fireworks did the old man make? And how many were special made for this specific festival? So while the Misfits are going ahead and sending me their answers in, why don't everybody at home enjoy this wonderful song by Dano Songs. Dano Songs is what Misfit Inc uses. Take it away.
well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I have to
hon.
pee so bad. That's funny that you call me Hunt and nobody else. Like, Noodle's the only one who knows Hunt. That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. I didn't mean to pick such a terrible.
No, you're good, hermano. It's okay.
All right,
I'm
we all
gonna pick a
good?
better one this time, though.
We're all good?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
All right. The question was for those of you at home, how many fireworks did the old man make, and how many were special made for this specific festival? Danny
Yeah.
bet no points,
No points.
none. He was playing it safe, and he said 100 were made, 25 were special. But I don't care because I didn't wager any goddamn points, so fuck it. Tongue sticking out, happy face. I'm sorry, Danny, but that answer is incorrect.
Half correct.
It's half correct, but it's also half wrong.
Right.
So no points to you. Not like it matters.
Right. I didn't waste
Vic.
points.
Vic says he bets 1 point, right? And he says that there were 100 in total, and 10 of them were special, and that is correct. So he gets another point.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Well played.
Corey. Corey says all 3, baby. All 3. So he bet all 3 of his points. And his answer is
God damn it.
Wallop Away P-42 Sherman.
God
Oh my
damn it.
Now, this is a story about how my life got flipped and turned upside down,
No,
and I
no,
like to take a minute,
you-
just sit
no,
right in the dirt,
you
and
stop.
I'll tell you how I became the savior of a place called Middle Earth. In Hobbiton, with Uncle Bilbo, born and raised, between the trees where I spent most of my days, smoking some pipe weed, relaxing on sweet, and occasionally a party with all the town elite. When the birthday party of Bilbo came around and Bilbo decided to move out of town, I inherited one little ring and Gandalf got scared and said, "You're going to Mordor, you just join it there." But when they came near, there was an elf, a dwarf, and a harvest two humans there.
wrong.
If anything, I can say this fellowship could have been more, but I thought, now forget it, yo homies to Mordor. We fought into some wars, about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the others, "Yo home, smell you later." With Sam and Mount Doom, I was finally timed to save Middle Earth and end this terrible rhyme. No, Corey, no. None of that was the fucking answer. You lost all 3 points,
I
dropping back to 3rd place. And because none of you
First
tried
loser,
and paid
baby.
attention,
Woo!
because none of you tried and none of you paid attention, Vic is once again the winner
Good job.
VicVictory.
of this week's podcast. So
times
Vic,
two.
what fucking terrible, horrible fucking and it better not be Zatuichi.
Zatuichi Part
fucking
7!
Part
Four,
8 or
seven,
whatever the
eight.
fuck is it.
4. 4.
Part 1. Let's start from the beginning.
Bow.
All right, so the movie that I'm picking was in a lineup with a.
Read the
You
description.
so goddamn bad.
You fucking
You have
prick.
to give us a chance to guess.
Oh, all right. So the movie. Okay, this movie was in a lineup with a lot of really good movies at its time, but I think it won the Oscar for best motion picture.
I already fucking know. You motherfucker. You're not doing this.
Fifth Element.
You're not doing this. It's Forrest Gump.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Did you?
It
Is it?
fucking is. Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Is it? You motherfucker! Ugh.
How did you get that from best? How?
Because I know Vic, and I know what he's on, and I know what the fuck he was gonna do. This motherfucker. Ooh.
Forrest Gump, 1994 Forrest Gump, starring Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise.
Okay.
While not
Jenny.
intelligent, Forrest Gump has accidentally been present at many historic moments, but his true love, Jenny Curran, eludes him. Given 8.8 actually by IMDb. So there we are. That's the homework assignment for next week. Forrest Gump, 1994. I love you, Jenny.
Okay, Jenny. I'll stay here and rage the AIDS, baby.
Yeah, basically. AIDS
Jenny's
baby.
a terrible person.
I'm
I
sorry
will
I
have to
ruined y'all's
say-
Black Panther party.
I will have to say, at least it's not fucking Fight Club. I'd hate to go on another hiatus until we all
Dude,
forget about the fucking movie.
Right?
So, Forrest Gump's not a bad movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm looking forward to going through. I'm looking forward to
I'm not
picking the
looking forward
questions
to the
because I know
questions.
we've all seen it, so I
God.
get to go fucking crazy on it.
I'm gonna get some
So there
more
we are,
people to
everybody.
fucking join this podcast because I'm tired of this bitch winning. You hear me? Let's get
Time
Andy.
to step up your games,
Let's
gentlemen.
Get
Time to step
Trill.
up your
Let's
games.
get fucking Fabian. I don't care. Somebody else. Get in this bitch and beat this faggot.
I want to watch Zatuichi
Salty.
Part 8. All right, so everybody back
I'll
at
hang
home,
myself.
everybody listening to this, go ahead and watch Forrest Gump. Submit your pictures to the email found down below. For those of you who can't read or can't be bothered to drop it down, it's the Zombie Noodle 2 at gmail.com. Send us your pictures.
At gmail.com, right? That's what it says.
Question, Zombie. Do you actually get pictures?
No, nobody has sent me pictures because they're all fucking pogues. But don't be a pogue. Send me your fucking Forrest Gump pictures. And if not Forrest Gump pictures, by all means, send us pictures of the previous
Or dick pics.
of
Or
previous
dick
stuff.
Pics. Nudes. Send nudes. Send nudes.
And here we go. Here we go. Are you ready?
What?
This is what I'm going to do for the people at home.
What?
A one-time deal for the people at home.
Do I get a new car with this?
No. So everybody back at home, I'm going to reuse some of these old scenarios, and I want to hear your responses down in the comments below.
Ooh.
Are you ready? I don't want you copying and pasting everybody's fucking response to being like, oh, that was a good response. I'm going to go with that. No, be creative.
Okay. I like this new segment.
You,
Grind.
in the audience who's listening to this right now, you're a small, wet dog in a microwave. Your old, demented owner thinks it's a good way to get you dry. And the only thing that you have at your disposal is a worm from a bottle of tequila. So I want to hear your responses, everybody back at home, how you're going to use your worm from a bottle of tequila to get you out of that terrible situation. Put your responses down below. We'll read out some responses next time. We'll see how everybody handled themselves.
Microwave. Useless. Item. Tequila.
Wow.
Worm. Okay.
Wait, my
Worm out.
Wait,
question
hey,
is, though,
what is that sound? What is that?
what's that?
What is
Brother, do you hear that?
Is that a fade? Are we
It's not a
fading?
fade. It's something worse, friend.
Oh no, what is it?
Oh my God! It's Godzilla! Oh look!
It's Godzilla! Run! No! You don't have to run faster than Godzilla. You just have to run faster than everybody.
Run! Rubber to Godzilla! That was
Okay,
not
Jenny.
Okay, Jenny.
Good times.
Yeah, this was pretty fun.
I've been eated.
I got it. I was
All
looking
right,
for the
who's
Godzilla
driving
scream.
NASCAR?
I was looking for the Godzilla scream, but that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Oh shit.
Oh well.
Good stuff. Let's go ahead and cut this. Let's go ahead and cut the stream. Say bye to the one viewer. Bye.
Bye, Craig. Bye,
Bye,
person.
one
Bye.
viewer, and bye, Craig,
Bye,
too.
Craig.
Bye,
Don't forget
everybody.
Craig.
I'm gonna start sending